Hi everybody, and welcome to Wednesday with Rosemary. That's me. Hi, Rosemary Galore. It's Wednesday here in Palm Springs. I was eating M&Ms. There was a lot of green ones in the bag. What's the temperature? I think it's 106 outside, maybe? So it's a cold snap from last week's very hot 118 for 2 days in a row. Which was nothing because when I got married here, we got married here 6 years ago. It was 118 the entire week. Imagine that. Hi, Dad. Billy's here. Oh, Mom. Hey, Mom. What's up, guys? If you're out there, say hello so I know you're here. Because from my angle, I can only see the people who say hi to me. So if we're not chatting, then I don't know you're here. So that's lame. John Tabor, hello. Can you see my glittery doodah days down there? Yeah, you know, on Wednesdays we like to wear pink, don't we? Kevin Benet, ladies and gentlemen out there. I was going to say body, but there could be dead bodies out there. I don't know. Also, are we enjoying my right eye, which is a very different shape than my left eye? How about that? How about that? How about that? Oh, well. Rusty Waters. Hey, boo. She's the best jewelry maker in town. Unfortunately, not Palm Springs town. Riverside is the town. Maybe San Bernardino can. We'll call it the best damn jewelry maker this side of Southern California. How about that? I say whoop whoop to Rusty Waters and his jewelry. Her jewelry de jour. I love it. Dexter's here too. Hey, Dexter. Oh, you like that? I could hypnotize you guys. So you guys, Dexter wrote this fabulous, awesome, comedic screenplay, I think you call it, about Melrose Medusa, and she hypnotizes people and, you know, like old Hollywood kind of stuff. And it's a lot of fun, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a hypno video with one of my big old rings just for a little Dexter out there in one of the Carolinas. Must be hot out there, too, and humid. Ooh, they got bugs out there. No thanks. Anyway. How are you all? I'm doing wonderful. And more importantly, cheers to the queers and the people who love us. And remember, two things. Remember two things. Do not let Dr. Galore pour your beverages because you will hit the floor before you finish your drink. And two, it doesn't have to be a beverage. If you are smoking something, grab a toke, smoke it up. If it's a cigarette, you probably shouldn't do that because it's really bad for you and there's really no upside. So just smoke the wacky tobacco. That's what I hear the kids call it back in the 60s. Isn't that fun? I'm full of fun facts. Yes. So if you have like an edible, pop it in there. If you've already had a couple, have some more. Whatever, who cares? You know, you're fine. You're at home. Emily, oh, and I have to tell you, I got a new patron, and her name is Gina Katie. I don't know if she's out there, but if she is, hey girl. And she's getting her pin. Her pin's in the mail. Well, it was supposed to be in the mail, but it's not because I didn't do it today because I was busy making one eye look crazy and one eye look fine. There. I'll do my little piggy look again. So who watched Monday's show with Piggy? You guys, how much fun was that being Miss Piggy? I mean, I had a great time. A great time. I didn't really know all the words of the song, but that's okay. It's Christmas time. We can forgive and forget. We never forget. Never forget. You can forgive, but we don't forget. It's not our people. We don't do that. What we do is drink and smoke and do wonderful things. So let's do them together on this fine Wednesday. Now, as we know, I run a charm school for girls and boys of wayward types, okay? And today's charm school lesson, no, it's not how to give yourself two different eye shapes. Although I am very talented at that, thank you very much. No, what it is, are you ready? Do you have your notebooks open and your ink quill and ink pot and quill? Yes. Lots of old people out there in Palm Springs and beyond. So, this Episode of Charm School, today's chapter. Turn and turn and turn. Maybe we'll call it chapter 11. How to apologize and when to apologize. And knowing that it's okay to apologize. For example, Mary Jane said something in a jest about Betsy Lou. Betsy Lou doesn't think it's funny. Hurts her feelings, whatever it was, hurts her feelings. Yes. Now, once Mary Jane figures out that the feelings have been hurt, does she then say, it was just a joke. It was just a joke. Lighten up. Get a sense of humor. You're ugly. No, if you see or someone tells you the feelings have been hurt, the mature adult thing to do is not to make it their fault. Yes, fuck Betsy Lou, that is true. But it's not your job to make that person feel even worse than they already do. Now, let's just say Betsy Lou did actually have a valid point to get her feelings hurt, okay? Even though Mary Jane's intention was not to cause harm, it happened on accident. And hey, Jacqueline, what's up, girl? Glad you joined us. We're talking about, how to say I'm sorry and when it's appropriate. So you've hurt someone's feelings, but you didn't mean to. You didn't mean to hurt their feelings. It just happened. You said something that you thought was funny and it wasn't, or they didn't think it was funny. And instead of saying, it's your fault that you feel that way, I'm sorry about your feelings. I've said that to people before. Only when they were being stupid people, obviously. I wouldn't say that if I really hurt someone's feelings and it was valid. If it was like something dumb, yeah, I would say that. Like, no, you need to get over it because you're being way too sensitive, you big fat baby, and you're ugly. That's different. Right? Is that different? That's different. Yes, it is different. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying that you're sorry and admitting that you hurt someone's feelings. If you can't do that, then maybe you have a bigger problem than you thought you did, right? So it's okay to apologize. Even if behind the scenes you do not mean it, the other person would not know unless you're really bad at faking it. But really, you should mean it because you should know that even though you did not intend to cause harm, you did, and for that, you should be apologetic for. You should be sorry for that, right? Because unless you're just an asshole, why would you want to cause harm on purpose just to be mean? I don't know. Thank you, Brian Von Berry. I love my new titties too. Thank you, Papa Galore, for my pink sparkle electric titties. They should have lasers. Yes, Swarovski laser titties. Coming up next. So, it's okay to be apologetic. It doesn't mean you're less than. It's fine. Rusty Waters asks, what if Betsy Lou never said her feelings were hurt to Mary Jane, but instead went around to everyone else in town talking about what a horrible person Mary Jane is? Well, that is a brilliant question and exactly what happens in real life, even with grown-ass men in wigs and balls in places that they were in before they were probably born. And it's true. A lot of people do that. Instead of telling the person, you hurt my feelings and this is how I feel about what you said, they intend to take the other route, which is, let's talk to everyone else to get their opinion on my side to make sure that before that person finds out that I've talk to everyone we know in common to make sure that they know that I think you're an asshole, you've hurt my feelings, and I haven't heard anything from you because I didn't tell you that you hurt my feelings. And you never mentioned that part because that would be the honest to God truth, and people who do that don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. So, my advice to you is to just confront the person straight to their face or to the keyboard or to wherever it is. Just nip it in the bud, because what's the point of going around town and talking all that stuff? If you were really friends, you would want to work it out. And if you're not friends, why would you want to cause ill will towards a stranger or friendly type acquaintance? I don't know. If it was me, I'm not going to put any bad juju out there. Why? Not only because I don't want to, that's a bad thing, and I don't want to make people feel bad, but in turn, I also do not want those types of things to happen to me. If someone did that to me, if I said something to someone or on my show and it offended someone terribly and I didn't know that I did it, then I don't know it's been done. Therefore, in my mind, it hasn't been done. But when everyone else would tell me, oh, that Angelique the Gorgeous, she just talked all that shit. She went to her and her and her and her. And I would say, well, that's just a dirty, rotten shame, because I thought we were good friends enough that she could be confident enough to talk to me as a human being girlfriend and not be some petty asshole. That was just a for example, as I could have used any petty asshole's name, Sabrina Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Another Palm Springs favorite hoe. That's right. She loves to work her hoe-ness, and we all love it when she does. We don't hoe shame here. Although, speaking of hoe shaming, have you seen the video of the Karen? It's like almost too ridiculous to even say. Have you seen the video, and if you haven't, Google it, of the Karen refusing to put her mask on for the rationale that jeans do not block your farts. So she's saying, how can this mask that is made to block things from exiting and going into you and coming out of you and going into me, this thing that is made for that specific reason, the only reason it was ever made is for that reason, is the same as a pair of denim or khakis or who knows what kind of polyester is on that fat Midwestern who knows what ass anyway. You think that's the same? I mean, it is mind-boggling what these Karens and basic bitches can come up with, you guys. It's like, who are you? Who are your friends? Who are you related to? What school did you not go to? What is happening? I mean, that is like kindergarten logic. Kindergarten. Hey, AD, what's up? I have a question, AD. What's the A stand for? Is that like some sort of hidden first name? Like your real name is like Aloysius Daniel Medina? Is that what it is? Yeah. Crazy stuff, right? So, I'm sorry. Don't wear a denim face mask then if you think that's not going to protect you. But do wear a proper face mask that is made to protect you and to protect others from you because you're a dumbass. Okay, and that goes for everyone else out there. I know my loyal viewers are wonderful, fantastic people that wear masks out in person. But for those of you who know, don't do it. Just tell them to fucking do it. Don't be a dumbass. How long do you want to stay in your house? Brandy in the house, everybody. Whoop, whoop. Brandy in the house. Brandy in the house. You know what we haven't done in a long time? Said you guys had a drink. Oh, I'm thirsty, you guys. Speaking of thirsty, Game night, 8 p.m., Rose Garden Productions. I'm on it. So it's Philip Bailey. He's wonderful. He knows lots of trivia. He's very exciting. And Vanity Halston, my girlfriend from, what's it called? Nope, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want to say Lake Elsinore area. Yeah, she'll be on it too. Whoop, whoop. She's a great girl. And she's got some wicked black eyeliner, that girl. Good for you. I can't do it. Yeah, bitches wear a fucking face mask, all right? Just do it. Get over it. Whatever. Oh, are we still drinking? It's a long drink, isn't it? It is. Yeah. Hey, Rusty Waters and everyone else out there in internet land. Guess what's not on today's topic? Cruise ships. We're taking a break. We're letting her go back into the dockyard. Get a little, scrape the barnacles off her hull situation. Yeah, it's going to be nice. So, Karens, come on. I mean, if I knew someone that was like that, I don't know how I could live with myself for not having to constantly school them. And speaking of schooling other bitches, we have a new segment in the Charm School variety. Nothing to do with cruise ships or even water for that matter. It does, however, have to do with, hold on, old lady eyes. It's called Confessions of a Bully. That's right. We're going to hear live confessions from a bully. And that bully is me. And all I have to say, you guys, is bullying is a lot of fun. So if you get the opportunity, do it. Do it good. Okay, that was great. Oh my gosh. So back to Karen's. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. So yes, it's true. Your good gal pal, Ro. In high school, let me tell you this terrible story. Grades fresh and soft. And most of junior year, I was super fat, super awkward. I had a different hair color. My freshman year, every week I had a different hair color. No wonder why I have wigs on today, because I have no hair left. It all burnt out, Tina Turner style. What's love got to do with it? I do not know. What peroxide has to do with it? A lot, okay? I don't recommend it. Just wear wigs. It'll save your scalp and your hair and being made fun of all the time, because people are assholes. So picture it. 1994 through 1998 is the time we're talking here. Okay, people, she's 40. Get over it. It's now my senior year. I've endured all the bullshit I could possibly handle from the people. I couldn't handle it. Oh my God. Just the typical gay things that we all went through. If you're of a certain age, probably, yes. But I never got hit because I would run. I was like, not afraid to run. You're already calling me a little girl. I'm not afraid to run away like a little girl. But then comes senior year, I was super skinny, super snatched, super confident, super just an asshole. And there was another gay boy in school, my very own grade. I kind of knew him, not really that well. He was with like those kids, like the ones that sat by the tree, you know, those kind, like the cool tree sitter kids, you know, that would just wear like black Converse and black pants and black shirts and, you know, like bands. Brandy, you know who I'm talking about. Thank you, Brandy. I was like, yes, I'm gay and fuck off in my senior year. But here's like the downside of that is there was a boy, Brandy, you know who he is. His name is, for anonymity purposes, I'll call him, what's a good name that you'll never guess what his name was? Gory. His name was Gory, and he was very short, cutest little guy. Very short, kind of like dirty blondish hair. Kind of like Thickums, but like in the cutest, like, what's that, little doll has a heart on its butt. Powers, Tender Heart Bear was my favorite. What were those called? Teddy bears with things on them. Sunshine, Tender Heart Bear. What are we talking about, people? Come on. I know you're there with me. What am I talking about? They were bears. They were different colors. Not Corgi. Well, Corgi would be fine too. Anyway, who cares about the bears? He was cute and really nice and super shy and super quiet. And I knew he was gay because I was gay and you know, gaydar and that whole thing. And I decided that it was my turn. Yes, Care Bears. Thank you, Emily. Fuck, I love fucking Care Bears. I almost got the Care Bear heart tattoo on my butt when I was 18, but I said no. Although that would have still been cute. Yes, Care Bears. Care Bears stare. That's what we need right now. A Care Bears stare. That fucking White House and just fry up that orange. Just fry them up. Anyway. Yes. So Corgi, I knew where his locker was because it was pretty close to the dance area. And I one day decided that since I was now confident and I was in the place where I could now bully someone else, I was absolutely going to take that opportunity, and I did. I ripped off a piece of paper and I wrote, "I know you're gay, and I'm going to tell everybody." Or it was something like, "Terrible." And I folded it up and I slid it through the locker and I just walked away. Yeah, I know he got it. Because what had happened was I had turned around and hid around the corner and I made sure that he saw it. So when I walked by and he was all freaked out, I was like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "Oh, nothing." I was fucking Regina George. Not all the time, just periodically, just here and there. Like that was a terrible thing to do. Terrible. You should not do that to someone that is already scared and hiding. You should not try to out them and tell them that you know who they are anonymously just to scare them. "Hey, Michael Robert, I do like the color pink." You're trying to bully me because we all know that I'm the best bully in town. Just kidding. Maybe not so much anymore. So, and you know what? At the time, I felt good. I felt strong. I felt big and bold and powerful. And guess what? I was still hiding. I didn't. Yeah, Brandy, you know who he is. I don't know if you were friends with him, but I probably wrecked his life for a good couple weeks there. So that sucks because I too had my life wrecked for many, many weeks in high school from other people. And I would not ever want to do that to someone now. But back then when I was 18 and dumb, who cared, right? Sure, kids are kids, assholes are assholes, you're 18. How come people are still acting like that when they're 19, I don't know, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65? Imagine you're still the same asshole child mentality bully that you were in high school or even before that. Gina Katie, you guys, remember I was talking about Gina Katie before. She too went to my high school. She too knows who I'm talking about, Corgi. If I could remember his last name. Oh, well, as soon as I tell you this, you'll know exactly who it is. Instead of calling him Corgi, I'll call him the number 5. You know who it is now? So it's just not nice. You shouldn't do it. Oh, Gina Katie. Yes, hi. She's my new patron. She's getting a pin. I didn't put it in the mail, girl. Sorry, I totally procrastinated. I cleaned up my drag room instead. Sorry. Put it in the mail tomorrow. Double promise. Have my fingers crossed. I'm telling you on Drag Queen TV, so it's real. Speaking of that, cheers to Gina Katie, guys. Drink. So yeah. I felt really great. I felt good. I felt strong. I felt emboldened. I can do anything. I can ruin that fucking kid's life. I know what that feels like, and now I know what it feels like to be on the other side, and I liked it. I liked it. It felt good to make someone else feel bad. And that's why people still do it. Because they are still feeling bad on the inside and they need to continue the hatred on the outside. And yes, Sabrina Williams, because they never developed the love for themselves that they needed to feel good about who they are, so they continue to hate everyone else who is happy. I love you too, Gina. That is right on. That's right. Because if you are the same stunted person that you were in the 7th grade being a dumbass, and you don't see the correlation to how you are today and you're not in the 7th grade, then there is a problem and you're basic, okay? So, here's what we need to do, people. Instead of making yourself feel good by making other people feel bad in whatever way, shape, or form that comes, just don't fucking do it. Even if it feels good, just remember, it's going to come back on you someday. Or worse, to someone that you absolutely would never want that or something worse to happen to. Bam. That was all about Marina Matt because she's a hateful biatch. And now we know why her makeup looks like that. Ooh, Karma Kitty, she done scratched you. She probably just scratched my right eye. That's why it looks like that. Whatevs. Speaking of right eyes looking wonky, cheers! The more you drink, the more it looks straight. Oh, Brandy Fry sending me a picture of who I bullied in high school. And I feel like I have suppressed memories about it because I don't like doing that. Although a lot of drag queens can misconstrue being uber shady as being a bully. And that I am okay with. Okay? Guys, I'm definitely okay with that because, you know what? You got to get stuff done sometimes, and sometimes there's only one way to do it. Why do you think I got booked when I was just a baby drag queen? Because they're scared of me. So that brings me to my next favorite topic, you guys. The reading room. Speaking of being shady and just being rude and mean and, you know, maybe being a bully. Whatever. Drag queens call it shade and it's fun. So, here we go. Yeah, look at my I'm a completely reformed asshole. High school is a tough place. High school is a very tough place. Lots of things happen in high school. Bad things can happen and make you do things that you wouldn't normally do. I totally understand that. You're lots of stress and duress, and it's terrible. It's horrible for some people, and other people love it. And they say it was the best time of their lives. The best time of your life was when you were 16 years old? God, you must have had a crappy-ass life. So that's for you. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, so the reading room. When last we read, chapter 1 was the lounge medley from Sister Act the Musical. That's right. It was terrible. Terrible. And today, from Monday's Christmas extravaganza, Christmas in July show, we're going to watch my most favorite. Okay, so here's the funny thing, you guys. I love this number. It is so much fun to do. The song just makes me happy. It'll make you happy when you hear it. It will be stuck in your head, but in the most delightful way. And I came up with this number last Christmas, which was the first time I was ever in Christmas shows because they didn't exist at Christmas before that. And I said, I need to do something original that I haven't seen anywhere, which was nowhere. And I thought, yeah, Marina's a hoe. I thought, I'm going to get my titties out at Christmas. That sounds fun. I'm going to do it to a fun, old-timey Christmas song. Yes, boobies! They had no rhinestones on them. They were just pure latex or, I don't know, wax, whatever the hell they're made out of. I don't know. They came from China, and I love them. Now, here we go. Let's Let's pay close attention. When I decided that the close-up shot should be the part where I always fuck up the lyrics, even in person. There is just something about them. It's just like a visceral response. It's like two opposing magnets. It's just like the words, just like, ugh. My mouth will not form the shapes. I don't even think I could tell you it now. And I love this song, and I listen to it all the time, especially at Christmas time. I would listen to it for hours on end. It was great. It's by the Andrews Sisters. It's called Jing-a-Ling. You may or may not have heard it before. I had never heard it before. And I love me some Andrews Sisters. But Christmas music sometimes makes me sick. So that's why I had to find a Christmas song that was not that well known to me. And why? Why did I say, let's edit it and have the close-up be the part? I guess we're going to find out. And here we go in our cotton candy land of, I can't even tell you what it is right now. Cotton candy land of broken dreams. Who knows? Enjoy my titties. Yes! Okay, I know this part. Oh, the titties. You know, it took Dr. Galore like 3 hours to get those little squares to stay on my titties like that. Through the snow we go. See, this part's easy. Jing, jing-a-ling, jing-ling. The bells have got the snowflakes dancing. Old Dobbin's even prancing, okay? Ha ha! Oh, isn't this the cutest song? Ooh, here we go, guys. Watch that lip sync. Okay, got that. I missed cotton candy. I got slipping and a sliding. Nope. In my arms. Got that one. Nope. Sing. Yeah, I got that one. As we fly across the snowy hills and dales. Nope, I didn't get happy. It's terrible, right? Oh, I got that one. I said wedding bells. I always want to say Christmas bells. Oh, look, we have like a stoned Santa. Dr. Galore was like, look, I found a Santa. I said we couldn't find like rap Santa or like hip hop Santa. Nope. Thank you, Gina Katie. I must say, Galore titties are quite perky and bountiful. You know what, you guys? Because it is so short and wonderful, I think that we might have to do a reprise. Now let's sing along, shall we? You just say jing, jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling. Here we go. I need to do the bouncy ball. I need to do the bouncy ball karaoke thing. Wouldn't that be funny? Jing, jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling. I can't even do it. I really can't do it. Gliding through the snow. I mean, how are you going to make a video that lasts forever when you put it on the interwebs and you don't even know what the fuck you're saying? I mean, thank God I don't rely on my lip syncing to pay my bills, because I would be really poor. I mean, look, she can't even afford a fucking shirt. And the way that's nice, slipping and a sliding. This is such a great song. You should download it now or rip it off YouTube. Jing Jing Ling by the Andrews Sisters. Like wedding bells. And why do you think there's only one close-up of that? Because I said, no, I don't want to say it 2 times, because once is bad enough. What I really need are like the giant cue cards like SNL and like TV has. I mean, how terrible is that, you guys? And I've done this live. I feel like I knew the words better when it was live. You know, more pressure. Oh, more pressure by the public to get everything perfect. Oh my God, there's just so much pressure. Oh Jesus, so much pressure. I mean, isn't that just wonderful? Or am I? So sorry, everybody. I was just too excited by my bouncing tatas. They're pretty mesmerizing. And in person, let me tell you, ain't nobody gonna shimmy like Rosemary shimmy. I shimmy for not the back row, but for the people that are sitting outside at the cafe down the street. Those bitches know that I'm doing a shimmy. It's like thunderous, and it's raucous, and it's wonderful. My boobs are wonderful. If I named my boobs, I would name them Mark and Trade. Not in that order. See what I did there? That's funny. You guys, today's lesson in herstory is interesting. And it was brought to me by Miss Gina Katie herself. There was, in history, in 18... 1880 something, there was a man, William Dorsey Swan. Do you know who this man is? He was a slave and he was freed by the Emancipation Proclamation Act. And he was the first person to be noted for being the mother or queen of drag. She was a drag queen in the 1800s. She put on drag balls, and the other freed slaves and such would come in their, lace and satin outfits, and they would dance like a ball. Can you imagine? Then she gets chucked in jail on a bogus account, on a bogus charge for, oh my God, what was the term they used? Oh my gosh, it was something insane having a disorderly house. And I'm like, no, bitch, no drag queen has a disorderly house except for me, okay? No, not her, not William Dorsey Swan, not her. But what they really meant by that was running a brothel, hookers and stuff. I mean, if you want to pay for sex, who cares? I pay for milkshakes and they make me feel great. And no one cares about that. I don't see the problem. Whatever. Do what you want. Who cares? So, imagine what she had to go through. So, she gets thrown there and she appeals to the president, Clover. Something like that. So, she was the first gay, I was going to say librarian, liberal, activist. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, my notes are very small, little writing. It's bad today, you guys. Cheers. Drink up. And her brothers also were in the balls and made outfits and costumes. So when she stopped being the queen of the drag, her family, her literal family, carried it on and continued the tradition. It was just amazing. And she was the first known drag queen. Queen of drag. It's just wonderful. I just love history and finding out new things. And there's a whole bunch more about it. But I just can't remember because my drink is really good and Marina Mac has really moist panties, apparently. I don't think I would name my boobies moist or panties. I mean, I feel like Trade and Mark is much more me. Although, realistically, my boobies' names, do you want to know what they really are? Nobody knows this. This is an exclusive. This is a Galore Wednesday exclusive. My boobies' real names, in this order, as seen in order of appearance. Here is Higgledy, and there's Piggledy. And together, Higgledy Piggledy. That's right, you guys. Everyone knows that we need to drink 2 cheers each. 2 to Higgledy and 2 to Piggledy. Cheers to my boobs, everybody. Yes, Grover Cleveland, thank you. I knew that name was sitting on the tip of my straw. That's where that name was. Right on the tip of my straw. Speaking of exciting things that we probably did not know about. Now, I will admit that William Dorsey Swan is probably the most titillating of the show. However, speaking of titillating, did you know in Texas, a strip joint now offers drive-through strips? Did you know that? Yes, HP. You can call me Higgledy Piggledy anytime you want. Sabrina Williams. Thank you from Higgledy and Piggledy. Texas. There's a strip joint called, oh Christ. It has Gentleman's Club or the Diamond, something or other. So it's basically a Burger King, the menu has like real fancy schmancy things on it. So every car, so you order your food and then you basically drive through what looks like a FEMA tent or like a coronavirus tent. And in the tent is one of those metal things like guardrails like you see at Pride and protests and things like that. And behind that are some masked and some unmasked dancers, workers there, and each car gets approximately a 2-song limit. And if you look outside, the floor is just covered with dollars because I guess you can just like pop them out your window or not, I guess. And they say that by the time you get out, your food's ready. So that's how they're getting away with having entertainment outside and food, which I think is a very creative adaptation because we need to adapt to these things, right? Because if we don't, you guys, it's just going to get worse and people are going to go crazy and crazier and crazier. So what we need to do, you guys, is go to drive-through strip clubs, okay? Find one in your area. There's one in Texas somewhere, and there's another one. I think the first one was in Portland. Yeah, but this is what's going to happen. We can't stay indoors forever. We will have to go out. Yeah, if it wasn't Palm Springs, we could absolutely have a drive-through drag show. Yeah, the problem with that is it's the devil's asshole outside, 800 degrees. And I don't care who you are, but your makeup ain't gonna last unless you shellac it. And I'm pretty sure they outlawed shellac. I know they used to have hair shellac in the 50s and 60s, and you just cannot find that stuff anymore. I wish that you could, but it's just doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, Oregon, yeah, Portland, and somewhere Texas, San Antonio, probably, I don't know, Dallas, Fort Worth area. But I think at first I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then I thought, I like it. I like it because they are not doing it for the business to stay open, because I know what you're thinking. There is no way they could have that business and pay for all the things, all the workers and all the power and, you know, gas and electric and all those things. But the one in Texas is doing it for their performers, for their dancers. It's not for them to make money. It's for their staff to continue to live and work, which I think is even a better idea. So strip on, sister girlfriend, and maybe some guys too, who knows. Good for everybody. Oh yeah, the old Aquanet. Girl, in high school, that was my jam. It was the white bottle, and I think it was pink on the bottom. That shit, that was like shellac. But now, girl, it's got to be glued. Freaking drag, if you don't know a drag queen that doesn't have that, if you don't know a drag queen, then no. No, drag queen, you're crazy. Okay, well, I think that brings me not to cruise ships, because that's not happening, you guys. So what's that mean? We've done our herstory lesson. We're all going to hopefully go out and Google search William Dorsey Swan so you can get the full herstory, not my abridged version. We'll call it Rosemary's Notes, because I don't know who Cliff is, but anytime I'm at a beach and I see it say Unstable Cliffs, I think of the notes and I'm like, also unstable. So Rose notes about William Dorsey Swan. So go do your fact checking and learn something, because I remember talking on the show a long time ago, many unfortunate months ago, when this whole shaboogie started, about all the wonderful things that you could do that you probably would never do, like learn a language. Has anybody out there learned a language? No, not one person. But at www.rosemarygalore.com, I can teach you a new language. That language is called Galorean. And you have to go there to find out. Yeah, it exists. I swear it does. And I would not lie to you. I would not lie to any of you. To the 2s of 3s that are watching. None. No. I guarantee If you go to my website, you will learn a language. That is not true. But you should still go there anyway, because all my Christmas videos are there, and lots of other cool stuff is there. My row caps of Canada Drag Race is there. It's the only place you can get, like Gina Katie, a Rosemary Galore pin. Oh, wow. She's fabulous, you guys. And on that note, I'm going to bid you a fond farewell, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. And I hope you join me at 8 p.m. at Rose Garden Productions on Facebook for game night. It's going to be a great time. Yay, thank you, Gina Katie. Listen to Gina. She's a lesbian and therefore knows things. That's right. And I'm so smart, and we went to the same high school. So she's so smart too, and so's Brandy Fry. And unfortunately, so's that kid that I bullied. And I know you two girls know who it is, especially you, Gina, because you were friends with him back then. Yes, you go and get your pin, girl, don't you worry. If I lived up north, I would hand deliver it, but my arms aren't that long. Sorry about it. Okay, I'll see you at game night, and don't forget the Monday Extravaganza every Monday at 7 p.m. with me, Dr. Galore, and the occasional quarantine guest when appropriate. When appropriate, we have a whole system of fogs and sprays and dog barks and nips to get any virus off people that enter the home, so don't worry, okay? Okay, thanks, guys. I'll see you very soon, and bye!